So Noah's the last person on planet Earth who hasn't seen that Planet Earth video of the iguana escaping the snakes. I just showed it to him for the first time, and I want your raw feedback.
I have a few different just first takes right here. Fuck snakes. That's a big one. Terrifying.
You don't like snakes?
No, I don't like snakes. Who would like snakes?
I don't think anyone genuinely likes snakes.
And those people that do just want to be that guy that likes snakes. That should be a fuck this thing. Those people. It won't be that.
People who like snakes?
People who like snakes, yes. Also, I've never seen an iguana. I've never seen a living creature run as hard as that iguana ran.
Yeah, it was tough.
It was inspiring. Like, I feel lazy never running that hard before. It was impressive.
I've seen you run that hard before.
Well, okay. Intramural sports
in
are a
our
little bit
Division
different.
2 intramural soccer game.
Oh, boy.
Field. Yeah, out on the field. Welcome back. Episode 6. This is our spring break spectacular.
Spectacular.
It feels pretty spectacular.
It is, and you know why it is?
Because we have a special guest today.
We do have a special guest.
Mark.
Hello, everyone.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
The author of the gospel himself. You can follow him at Twitter at Gospel of Marky.
Mm-hmm. It truly is a gospel.
It's something, man.
Full disclosure.
You can call it that. Yeah.
I do. Full disclosure. This is the first time I've actually met him. Is right now. I followed him on Twitter for some reason.
He's a Twitter role model for a lot of us.
He's an inspiration. Some would say. I would say.
Do you feel like an inspiration, or do you carry that burden well?
I would say that my Twitter is more of a cry for help than an inspiration.
Well put, Mark.
Yeah, I couldn't put it better myself. If you don't follow us already on Twitter, you can follow us at DBuddiesPod. Can't make gestures, it's a podcast. Noah just made a lewd gesture.
Let's not talk about it.
Like our Facebook page, Drinking Buddies Podcast.
Share, rate us 5 stars, or go fuck yourself.
On iTunes, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, Castbox. Also, for this episode, we have our new thing that we're pimping these days. Our brand new Spotify account.
Oh, right.
You had no idea what I was talking about.
Completely forgot.
Yeah.
The obscure bands playlist.
Yeah, we made an obscure band playlist.
Somebody pays attention to the Twitter page.
Yeah, that makes one.
That's why he's the first guest. Listen up. Listen up, other people who want a guest.
Yeah, there's just a simple quiz to get in.
Yeah.
Screening process.
Do you want to be on here? Will you drink?
Will you drink's the first question.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, we're going to dive in. We got Mark.
It's a packed show, so.
Yeah, it's a packed show. We can't waste any time. We asked Mark kind of what he wanted to do for the show, and we were throwing out ideas for 6-pack of rankings. And his response was he wanted to do a 6-pack of ranking of Adam Sandler movies. Noah's response was...
questionable at first. Not the biggest Adam Sandler fan. And I'm going to say that. My reason is 12-year-old Noah loved Adam Sandler.
Right.
And 12-year-old Noah had horrible taste in everything.
Mm-hmm.
But
12-year-old Mark also had terrible taste in everything.
Every 12-year-old does.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see his list.
Is year 12 the most regrettable year of your average human's life?
Oh,
I think so.
For the average human, yes.
Well, yeah. So that was the question.
I misheard you, and then he said average, and I was clarifying.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's dive into it.
Okay, so I just want to start by saying that I grew up on Adam Sandler movies. My uncle Lorenzo is a huge fan of...
Of course you have an Uncle Lorenzo.
These movies. And so whenever we were at his house when I was little, it's just like these movies were like always on TV. Right. And so I just like grew up watching them.
I must say, looking at his filmography, because after you
he has
post
a
that,
lot of movies.
He made a lot of movies, and there are at least 6 good ones. Like most people would like roll their eyes and sigh when you see a top 6 of Adam Sandler.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm not a huge Adam. Like I'm not like there are definitely a few that I think
pretty much everything he's made recently is trash.
Yeah.
Like
you didn't like the one with Pac-Man? I don't remember what it was called.
Should I start with number 6?
Yeah.
And then work up to one?
No,
Okay,
absolutely.
so at number 6, I have 50 First Dates.
That's a good
Jennifer
one.
Aniston. I'm okay.
Not
I'm
Drew
a,
Barrymore.
Yeah, what the hell
Oh,
are you talking
shit,
about?
Never mind.
You know, it's
I'm gonna excuse myself from this conversation. Mark is now the new podcast co-host.
it's just a solid rom-com, and Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler make a great team.
Alright.
That's a good movie.
I'm okay with it. Yeah. I
then-
love myself a rom-com.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty good one.
And then at number 5, I have Little Nicky.
I've not seen Little
I've not
Nicky.
seen that one
You
either.
haven't. My reasoning was that it's culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant.
Really?
film.
Wow, you're coming up with
Wow.
reasons?
That is my
I usually just
reason.
say
He
something
just
and
usually
hope
raises his voice. he wants to make an argument.
it works. God, to me. Well, how is it significant
Yeah,
in those ways
yeah.
that you listed?
That's the criteria that the National Library of Congress uses, so I just ripped that off from them and didn't really have any other
Never
reasons.
had more respect for a reason than
Then at number 4, I have The Wedding Singer.
That's a good one.
I might be butchering the pronunciation of this name, but my reason for it is that you have Ellen Albertini Dow, the little old grandma in the movie,
Okay.
singing
yeah.
Rapper's Delight.
I'm an expert on pronunciation, and that was correct.
Oh,
Okay.
we've butchered so many. We've butchered beer brands.
Again, it's another Drew Barrymore, Adam Sandler
They're a duo.
duo,
Yeah.
They're like Simon and Garfunkel
but
and
for
other famous duos.
horrible comedies.
Just like.
Just like
Then at number 3, I have The Waterboy, which I
Classic.
think is a film everyone could love. And then
I've totally seen it. Don't worry.
You've not seen The Waterboy?
I've not seen it.
Oh,
haven't?
my goodness.
Well, my favorite quote from this movie is, "My mama says that alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush." That's just it's a golden line.
Okay.
There's a
I
lot of
respect that.
golden lines in
Yeah.
that movie. And then for number 2 and number 1, it was hard for me to decide, and they were probably the 2 Adam Sandler movies I watched the most growing up. Number 2, I have Happy Gilmore.
How is that not number 1?
Yeah, number one better knock my socks off.
I'll argue it, but for Happy Gilmore, my favorite scene is Mr. Larson, the giant guy who's
Yeah.
played by Richard Kiel. It's at the end, and what's his name stole his jacket, and they're chasing after him, and
Yeah.
he just yells, "I believe that's Mr. Gilmore." And
That's a
then
classic.
you have Bob Barker in the movie. That's
That's
another great reason for it to be number 2.
It's a great reason for it to be number 1, but that's okay.
At number 1, I have Mr. Deeds.
I have not seen Mr. D.
That's the one where he's like,
He inherits his great
and
uncle's
he has to
fortune.
graduate elementary school or something.
No, that is Billy Madison.
Oh, how is Billy Madison not in your top
That
6?
was tough. It was a tough call, but it's my list,
It is your list.
not yours.
Oh, wow.
So I have Mr. Deeds.
It's cool. It's not like it's my show or anything. It's not like I'm a host or anything, but it's fine.
Treasure Mark's first and last appearance.
It's because Mr. Deeds carries an important message about friendship, love, and honesty, and
I
that
think we
is
could all
why
use a little bit of that in this room.
I have it as number 1. But it's just one of the movies I watched the most growing
Yeah.
up. So for me, it has a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good reason.
Yeah.
I can't argue that. But how is okay? I have one more bone to pick.
Okay, I could.
Clicks should be in the top
I
6.
thought Click would be on the top
Click
6.
is a good movie, but the thing is, he has a lot of good movies. Even though he has a lot of trash movies, he has.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
Click's
sort through 'em.
surprisingly it was kind of funny throughout the whole thing, and
The
then it
end
was just
kills
so
you.
sad.
Yeah.
That was one of the saddest things I've ever Oh wow!
It was also hard for me to not put Spanglish on this list. That's another
Couldn't say I've seen it.
good movie.
That was in English. Alrighty.
All right.
Semi-approve of the list,
Semi.
but that's better than most of the time.
Yeah,
I
most of the time
usually
you
just
just
flat out disagree.
shoot my list down, but
Because you had Futurama in your top 6.
I
can't
stand
say-
by that. My sixth pick in that was still all right. For the record,
We don't
also,
need to go into
For
this.
the record, also, I'm not the one who brought up Futurama this episode. It was Noah. So
That's a first.
send your complaints his way, not mine. The next topic we're gonna get to is something that we've referenced a little bit in past episodes, but as we discovered in our pre-production
We
show,
have an expert.
yeah, Mark's an expert on this conspiracy theory. He's watched.
No pressure.
Yeah, so
there is pressure.
There's plenty of pressure.
we're going to bring up the Paul is dead conspiracy theory. This is the conspiracy theory that Paul McCartney of the Beatles actually died partway through
Did
their
you know
career.
the Beatles? I mean, I know you know because you favor my retweet. The Beatles is a pun. It's like beat.
Yeah, it's not
Beat, like
it's not
music.
like it's not spelled like the bug.
Yeah. That's all I have to say. Keep going, Mark.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm an expert on this conspiracy theory because I went to the Beatles Museum in Manchester last October. So anyway,
Did they show his grave there?
no. We'll get into that later. The legend goes that Paul McCartney died in 1966 and was secretly replaced by a look-alike. Then in September of 1969, American college students started publishing articles claiming that Paul was dead and that there was a cover-up, but that the other band members were leaving clues in the work. You know, like the Abbey Road poster, like Paul's barefoot, and that's supposed to be a hint.
Obviously.
Yeah, one
That's
of
obvious
them.
means he's
And
dead.
also the other, like one of them's dressed as supposed to, like symbolically supposed to be like the gravedigger. One's the mourner. And there's something else, but yeah.
Yeah, it's shocking because it's true. No, it's not.
No.
But it actually cracks me up.
Yeah.
But yeah, well,
I mean, I'd really like to hear Paul McCartney's take on it. If he's fake Paul, then he's probably gonna lie. So
that's a good
Didn't he
point.
put out like an article in Time that said like I'm alive?
I'm alive. I love how you have to declare, "Hey guys, I'm alive."
Yeah, no, that's a good conspiracy theory. Definitely dig into that one. There's a lot of crazy YouTube videos on it. There's other clues like if you play, what's this? I'm totally blanking. Strawberry Fields.
Strawberry Fields. Yeah.
Strawberry Fields backwards. It's supposed to say like I buried Paul. If you look at the cover of Sgt. Pepper's, at the bottom in the flowers, there's a bass guitar with only 3 strings, symbolically saying that the 4th died and is gone. So yeah,
And Paul's the 4th because there are 4 Beatles.
but
I felt like I had to
think
explain
this
that
is
common
just
knowledge.
People with way too much time on their hands.
yeah, that's a good point.
That's like 99% of the conspiracy theories,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I love.
The other 1% is like this weird, like I don't believe anything I hear except these weird things I hear.
I was talking about Kurt Cobain and Courtney.
That was the other thing we were talking about.
Because that
Because
actually
Courtney Love killed Kurt.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
That one actually
It's a
like
fact.
makes sense outside of
Yeah.
like the conspiracy theory itself because she got everything.
Yeah, it really does make sense.
Yeah,
We'll get. Yeah.
that's a topic for another
That's
show.
a topic
Yeah,
for another
you could
show.
do a whole series on that.
The conspiracy files with the drinking buddies.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna move into a segment that we're gonna do for our guests, the many illustrious guests that we hope to have on this show, and it's gonna be a lightning question super round. And so we're gonna ask some of his favorite things, just random questions. It'll be somewhat quick, but we'll elaborate a little bit. I'm gonna go for. Well, you want to like rotate? How many do you have?
I have 5.
You should go. You should go first.
All right. Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite saint?
Saint Mark the Evangelist.
Is it because
your name's Mark?
Obviously.
What? Okay. What does Saint Mark of the blah blah blah? Like, what does he do?
Evangelist.
He didn't know Jesus, but he hung with Jesus's other peeps, and then he went to Egypt and was like, y'all should worship Jesus, and then they murdered him.
Oh shit!
And
That escalated quickly.
for some reason he's always painted with lions
That's kind of
Because,
badass.
like,
I dig
yeah.
that.
How do you feel about lions? Is that a
I've
selling
never
point?
met a lion
Face to face?
face to
Or even at the
face.
Have you
zoo?
ever been in a fucking zoo?
Um,
That came off very aggressive. I apologize.
you know, it's
He's still bitter over him
It's
telling
been
him to
a
shut the fuck
while.
up about his list.
it's been a while since I've been to a zoo. Probably about 8 or 9 years.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You know, now you mentioned it, I haven't been to a zoo in that long.
I think I was in 7th grade, so however long ago that was, I don't really want to know.
When the fuck did I go to the zoo last? I don't even like the zoo. SeaWorld's chill though. No, I mean it's not chill. It's like
not-
horrible
yeah.
place.
Yeah.
But it's fun to go to.
Yeah.
There's no denying that.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, before I go into a crazy rant of me defending SeaWorld, which
Don't-
none of us want to hear.
That's a rabbit hole that I don't think anyone will defend you in. So you're digging that one alone.
All right, next favorite Twitter account you follow.
Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna say my friend Brock.
I'm offended. Why the fuck do you think I asked this question,
Let
Mark?
me look up his handle so I can
You don't
plug
need
his
to plug
Twitter.
him. Plug me, Mark. Plug me. What are you doing?
Why do we even agree to have a guest? No,
It's
you
at
did it.
Brock Bergs with 2 Z's, THO.
Is he like
officially-
like your brand or is he
He's a different brand.
okay?
I've known him since 5th grade.
I don't give a
He's
shit right
a
now.
great friend of mine. His Twitter's hilarious.
Yeah, okay, I'm
check
making
it
a
out.
180 right now. I'm gonna check him out.
Okay.
I had something to say, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, okay. The next question on our questionnaire, if you want to be a guest,
Yeah.
will you rep Noah's Twitter account?
Yeah.
Is number 2.
Yeah. Mark would not have passed that step of the screening.
I would
Show
have
me
been
the
vetted.
profile picture, the Twitter, and it's badass. He's got a fire ring around his head,
Really?
which I appreciate.
Nah, I don't have that. Oh, I think I've seen.
I retweet him.
Yeah, I think
a
I've seen some
lot.
of his tweets.
Yeah, it's at BROCKBURGZZTHO.
Well, free plugs for everyone here. We're
Real recognize real.
yeah.
That's real. I respect that.
All right. Favorite Republican.
Oh my god. It's like saying you have a favorite type of cancer.
Oh, hot take.
Oh
Hot take. Wow. So clearly, like skin cancer. No, that's a different question.
No.
I thought that joke was
I mean,
funny.
I guess Meghan McCain, who is John McCain's
Wife.
daughter,
Daughter,
and
yeah,
is
yeah.
like fairly moderate.
Yeah, I was gonna. If I had to answer that question, I would have
So
said
not Trump.
Not
But he was so presidential.
not
and
He
his
was
joint
so-
Donald
private.
Hussein Trump,
So joke.
so-called president.
Trump.
But he was so presidential.
Donald
in his-
Hussein Trump.
Didn't you watch CNN? He was so presidential in his joint Congress speech.
That was the joke of the podcast.
Yeah,
Donald Hussein Trump.
that's
All
pretty
right.
fucking funny.
I can't really take the credit for that. I saw that.
You do.
No,
We'll cut that last part.
You know
out.
how many? If I gave credit for everyone I ripped off on this podcast,
We would not have a podcast.
yeah, we wouldn't. We'd be spending our whole time giving credit.
All right, next question. You talked about Adam Sandler, your childhood actor.
Uh-huh.
Mine is Will Ferrell. Best Will Ferrell movie.
Anchorman.
That's acceptable choice.
That's the best. Isn't that his best movie?
Yeah, probably it's his best.
Well,
but
what would your pick be?
I go Talladega Nights. I've probably seen that
Talladega
movie
Nights is
25 times.
good.
There's so many good ones though.
What's
Yeah.
the one where they all join a frat?
Oh,
Old School.
We
That's
just watched
another
Yeah,
that
we
a
just
few-
watched
like
that.
a month ago.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your turn, Eric.
All right. Favorite coastal elite.
Coastal Elite.
You don't understand that reference?
It's like a joke that a lot of conservatives like. Oh, those coastal elites don't understand the rest of the country.
Yeah.
Oh.
So pretty much any celebrity.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's
that's really what I was
celebrity.
going for.
Favorite celebrity.
Drawing a blank right now. Chelsea Handler.
All right.
Alrighty. Marry, fuck, kill. Trump, Pence, Paul Ryan.
Um,
First instinct, just got to do it.
kill Trump. Marry Paul Ryan, fuck Pence, because he would hate it the most.
He would despise that. If anything, I'm not. Never mind. Go ahead.
Favorite song to turn up to?
Let's Get Fucked Up.
It's a classic. It's a turn up classic.
I'm not
I've
sure
never
that's the
heard
right
that
name of the song, but
Yeah.
that's how the lyrics go.
Most overrated band.
Overrated band.
If you said the Beatles, I'm gonna sock you in the face straight up.
Um,
that was a joke. I feel like I'm
sound
very
like it.
aggressive towards you this podcast, and I apologize.
I'm gonna... Oh, that's a tough one.
I ask hard-hitting questions. Listen up. Oh fuck, what's that?
I'm just gonna say this just to piss people off, but I'm gonna say the Rolling Stones are overrated.
You know, you have I don't agree with you, but they're like, I feel like they're in a lot of people think they're in the same class as the Beatles, which they're not, or the Led Zeppelin, which they're not.
Yeah. I see. Yeah.
They're in the same class as the Who.
I don't even think that. I think that Who's better than them.
This could be a whole podcast.
Wow, you've opened some.
I've
stuff.
opened some stuff, but we're gonna.
Yeah. All
You
right.
got one more question left?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. So I just asked that for no reason.
Yeah, I don't. Is that on your list?
No, it was not.
Okay. We're organized here. We're really showing off for, I guess.
The best organized.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna move to fuck this thing. We're gonna start with our esteemed guest, because he is a guest on our podcast.
We're polite.
Yeah.
I'm polite.
So my fuck this thing is the 115th United States Congress.
Oh, I love it.
I don't need to say anything else. They know what they've done, and I'm sure they're listening, and I'm sure they feel shame.
Oh my god. First of all, they're absolutely listening.
Yeah, that's not the concern here. The concern is the shame part. That's the part that
We'll see if they feel shame. Probably not.
no.
Definitely not. You came on this podcast with a mission to say stuff, and I love it. You came out firing. You came out firing, and we love that. That's how you make it on the pod.
First, ask questions later.
And the best part about the podcast, they can't ask questions until it's already released.
Yeah.
At that point, you just ignore them.
Yeah.
And you move on to the next podcast.
Yeah.
Does your podcast have trolls? Do you have...
I wish.
I
feel like that's when
we're
we
not
make
that
it.
popular yet. Yeah.
If you want to troll us, please do. That'll make me feel good that we're popular.
Well, I mean, our number one fan was kind of trolling me about a show that I will not name, but Noah has named on this podcast earlier.
You're talking about Futurama.
Yeah,
Everybody knows
I
you're
didn't
talking
say
about
it.
Futurama.
I didn't say it. You said it. I'll do my fuck this thing. It's a really, by comparison, much smaller.
Yeah.
But my fuck this thing is when professors move exams the week before exams,
yeah.
because I specifically scheduled to do a presentation with a group presentation the week after spring break, and we were supposed to have an exam next week, the week before spring break. Well, I guess in real time it would be last week because this is the spring break spectacular. We don't want to reveal all our secrets though.
Nailed it.
But yeah, he moved it to pretty much the same day. So instead of spacing out my stuff, I plan to, they're all on the same day again. So yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm going to completely disagree with you. I like it when they move shit back.
But my point is that I tried to space out my presentation and exam, and they ended up on the same day anyway. So what was the point of doing that?
All right, that's true. Okay,
Yeah,
I understand.
that was more my point.
Yeah.
If they move it, if I had no other classes and just that class, it'd be pretty exciting that he moved it back.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, mine is. I forgot to put my phone on mute
Again. Okay.
So I just threw it across the room. My fuck this thing of the week is, so Eric came to me last Thursday, I think it was, and was like, "Hey, check out this band called."
Oh,
Not the obscure band of the week right now.
Yeah.
Mark's gonna come at that with you later.
Why'd you name the band? They were gonna be an obscure band.
They totally. Oh fuck! Damn it.
I'm gonna try and figure out a way to edit that out.
But immediately I was like, this band is fantastic. Let's see them live. And then Eric was like, that's the worst part about it. they literally just came to Portland the week before, like, we started listening to them.
Yeah, like, I texted him on, like, a Sunday, and they played the Crystal Ballroom the previous Friday.
It was a major fuck this thing.
Yeah, it was
a bummer.
It's just piss poor timing.
Yeah.
Yes. Well put, Marky Mark. Fuck you bunch. That's what we do in this pod. We bring it all the way back around to the beginning of the show.
How many times have you heard that joke? The Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
A lot, but it never gets old, surprisingly.
Well,
hear that? My jokes never get old, people.
All right, we're gonna move to obscure band. Mark, you're bringing it to us this week.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure how obscure this band is, but my pick was Dr. Dog.
All right.
They're a great band, alternative rock. I think they're from Baltimore.
Yeah, I was actually just listening to them the first time today, which is kind of cool coincidence that you're like, oh, I'm going to talk about Dr. Dog. And it's like, I just learned about them. They're fantastic. They really are great. They remind me a little bit of like a modern Beatles.
You've said that about almost every band.
Any band I like, because the Beatles are the greatest. Damn it, the Beatles are the greatest.
Oh, Bare Naked Ladies, they're the second Beatles.
No,
Dr. Dog, they sound like a modern Beatles.
I did not say they were the second Beatles. I said if they wanted to try and be deep, they would have been.
Yeah.
But they were like, I'm just going to have fun, and I'm going to fuck around a little bit. And that's what they did, and they're great. But Dr. Dog
What other bands have you talked about and called the second Beatles? I'm trying to remember.
Probably too many. The point is, though, they are really good. They actually do remind me a little bit of how they use their backup singers.
Yeah, that's fair.
Great name. Like, how is a dog a doctor? What the fuck? And that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.
Do you know if they're touring?
I do not know if they're touring.
Okay. Have you ever, what concerts have you been to?
The last concert I went to was the Lumineers.
Ooh, how was that?
That's a good one.
That was great.
Was that from 5 years ago when they were famous?
No, it was from last fall.
Oh, cool.
Are you excited for Rock the Bluff here at UP with Joe Jonas?
I've never heard of him.
Wait, what?
You've never heard of Joe Jonas?
Can I shake her hand?
Yeah, I was about to give you a high five.
He must be a flop because
Wow. Never heard of him. Hot take, Joe Jonas is a flop. This show brings the hottest of takes.
If nothing else.
I was so disappointed. I heard a rumor that was Walk the Moon, so naturally I assumed it was Walk the Moon, which I like a lot.
Yeah.
I heard they give a great concert.
Yeah.
I would have preferred Walk the Moon.
I think about 90, probably what is it, the school, 60-40 girls to guys? Probably 40% of the school would rather have Walk the Moon.
Yeah, at least. Oh. God damn it. I don't want to listen to Joe Jonas.
You never heard the Jonas Brothers?
I'm full of shit. I know.
Oh.
Don't say that.
It's part of we've let you behind the curtain. I think we're gonna end this with just asking you, how what's it like being behind the veil of the hottest new podcast in the Portland, really the entire world, but
yeah. We're
kind of like
iTunes,
Wizard of Oz when you see behind the screen. It really just is.
Wait, with the dumbass guy?
Yeah, it's just it's just a couple of dumbasses sitting in a room drinking.
I feel like this entire podcast is me just getting attacked and then trying to attack Mark but failing horribly.
Is that better than expectations?
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Wow, you must have very low expectations.
I think we kill this thing week in and week out.
I felt good about that.
Being here was great.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
No, it was super fun.
We'll
definitely, as we get into more guests, we'll definitely invite you back. So
yeah,
it was a super fun experience. That's all the time we have this week. Have a great week, everybody.
Yeah.